Hello, this is Marvel vs. Capcom Origins on PS3. It's the compilation by Iron Galaxy of two Capcom Versus series games. There's, well, let's see, this is Marvel Superheroes, I believe, the one with the gems, and then also Marvel vs. Capcom. So what I'm doing today is I thought I would try playing the games in training mode, where possibly you can set up just sort of an endless fight type scenario, which I've been doing successfully in Iron Galaxy's other two Capcom fighting game compilations on PS3, Darkstalkers Resurrection and, well, I guess it's not a compilation, but Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. There are some differences here, which I just thought I would demonstrate. One thing is, you cannot set difficulty in the training mode, so I'm gonna just crank it up here. 8 out of 8. Alright, so that's the normal game options menu. So we back out of this, go to single player, and I'm in Marvel Superheroes right now. It's always confusing in these compilations because they don't like show the actual title of the game you're in. They show at the lower right there the game you can swap to by hitting select, but that's not the game you're in. It's not great UI, but so here we are, and I'm going to use you notice there's shortcuts at the bottom. I think I might have had to enable these or unlock these or purchase them from the sort of in-game point store, but I'm going to hit 3. You have to kind of push and hold 3 punches for Dr. Doom. I didn't get it. Gosh dang it. And 3 kicks for Thanos. Okay, I got that one. They're really touchy. So you get a different background, and I don't know if it's random or what. I guess maybe it's random. Now I set Thanos to difficulty 8. He should be kind of spanking me. Okay, he's just gonna bunny hop over me. He's not spanking me. He's just running around like a moron. Come on, Thanos, you're like king of the galaxy here. King of the universe. You notice he picked up, I can't see because this stupid menu is overlapping, and I think maybe that's a power gem. I don't know. The reason I don't play this game anymore is because when somebody activates their power gem and then hits you, there's a red flash on the character who's hit, and my occasional photosensitivity means that I should really not play games with big red flashes and things in them, or I could get migraines. So I had to stop playing this game, and I was wondering if maybe the training mode lets you turn off gems or something, but it doesn't seem to. Now, notice what happens here. You get a different background. Okay, so when I was doing this without recording earlier, just to see what would happen, it kept giving me like, is it New York? Some kind of it's like a ruined Statue of Liberty background. I don't know what it is. Anyway, it kept giving me the same background on the second fight, and I thought maybe that was a bug, but this is a different background, so I guess it's not a bug, and I was just getting unlucky or lucky, however you look at it. So there's settings here. You have to go down to a sub-menu. It gives you, like, game settings, but not difficulty. And then if you want the actual training options, you have to go down here, so that's confusing. So you can turn certain things on and off. Infinite health is what I turned off, and that lets me basically do, a full fight here in training mode. I mean, it lets you do, the winner of 2 rounds, and then it automatically just respawns you in a new fight on a apparently random background, which is cool. Now I thought this select gem thing would let me avoid the power gem, but it's still popping out random gems for people, so maybe this is just like one you automatically would start with. Let me put it on, I don't remember what all these do anyway. So put it on reality gem. I have no idea what that's gonna do. And see, you set dummy to calm. to just play like a normal CPU character. So, did that take? It did. Okay, so now we're on reality. Is this gonna... He doesn't have a gem. Notice he's got the gauntlet on his hand with apparently all the gems in it, but that's not what he's actually got. So now he's got some kind of gem. He's not activating it. I really wish I have a reality gem, but see, he's still... Yeah, so I think that just gives you like a gem to start with. It just sets which gem you get to start with, but you're still accumulating gems, so he could still get a power gem and end up activating it, which is no good. Also, there's a lot of flashing in this game anyway. Big 2D flash effects, which I should probably not be playing it anyhow. Even regardless of the power gem activation and hit flashy things. So, the other problem here, though, so he just... that wasn't his gem, that was like a super... the other problem here, though, is that I set him on 8-star difficulty, maximum difficulty, and he's not very difficult. That's a problem sometimes in training modes. It hasn't been a problem for me in Third Strike and Darkstalker Resurrections, the two other compilations by Iron Galaxy here on PS3, but there's no other difficulty setting I can find for training mode. So it kind of looks like we're just stuck with weak difficulty in this game in training mode, which is too bad, because I mean, this whole resetting, basically being able to have these fights, is not an option as far as I could find in Darkstalker's Resurrection or Third Strike. In those games, you can't KO anybody. You know, health just regenerates, so there's no actually having rounds or fights. You just sort of fight infinitely, which is actually what I've been sort of enjoying. Like, this game... I don't know that I would even really want to just keep playing matches against individual CPU characters, especially if the difficulty isn't there, of course. I mean, that's just pointless, but I mean, I hate fighting. I don't play... Another reason why I wouldn't play this game in arcade mode is because I hate the boss. I cannot even get close to killing the boss. It's a terrible boss. So I hate the arcade mode in this game for that reason. Wait, no, what am I thinking? No, I'm thinking Marvel vs. Capcom 1, so we'll get to that. I actually like the arcade mode in this, but yeah, there's the red flashy problem. Which this is not avoiding because he could still activate a power gem. But yeah, it doesn't really feel like the kind of chill out thing I would want for just like infinite sparring. And since I actually like the arcade mode in this, and you still get power gems in this, there's really no point for me to be playing this training mode. So anyway, let's get out of here. It's interesting, those backgrounds it gave me. At first I thought the backgrounds might have been based on the 2P character you selected, but they really don't seem to be. And also, it's not re-randomizing again, you know, so we keep getting this. Yeah, so watch. Okay. I'm gonna go reselect characters. Let's do, I'll be, I don't know, Iron Man, and they can be Magneto, and let's see what stage this gives us. Okay, it's back to the bridge, which is not what I'd been getting before I was recording. I love that little warning sign. So if I manage to beat Magneto or he beats me, we'll go on to another stage, presumably. I didn't even break... Oh, there... Okay, just break that... break that railing for some reason. Why not? Use Iron Man at all. Well, can I... There we go. Yeah, baby. It's so flashy. Although it didn't... Oh, I'm thinking Marvel vs. Capcom again, which is actually really flashy with the super effects. So now, different background. There are, see, like there's a flash, screen flash there, a white screen flash. White screen flash there. A bit of a strobe. So again, now it's going back to this. It seems to lock into a certain background. Like, I might have to restart that, you know, quit to the PlayStation 3 desktop thing and restart the game to get it to give me a different background. It's weird. It does this pair of backgrounds. Like, it'll do one for the first match when you have selected new characters, and then just keep you stuck on a second background for all the rest of the matches until you reselect characters. That's just goofy, man. I don't think they, I think that's a bug. Like, why, you know, we're at the Daily Bugle for Infinity now. Alright, so that's Marvel Superheroes. Now, I'm going to hit select to switch to Marvel vs. Capcom. So I think the options are actually shared. It's weird. And the game options, yeah, so this is 8 stars. It's the same setting I'd made in Marvel Superheroes. I mean, I actually would like to have completely separate option settings for the two games, you know, like different volume settings as well. But apparently they didn't think anybody would want to do that. Okay, so again, single player, training mode. I have unlocked like the alternate characters. You can scroll up or off certain sides of the screen. This is an alternate more again, so... But I was getting the same exact stage no matter who I seem to pick, so I'm going to try picking different characters this time. That's a random assistant, and it gives you... okay, and Gambit, sure. Okay, I got a different background finally. I had been stuck on the, it's kind of like a Darkstalkers-y background. You're in like a club with Zabel with a guitar on the club stage and stuff, but now I have a different background, so that's nice. This game, the super effects in this game are so flashy. So again, I was wondering if, like, this is the game where I really hate the boss, and I just could not keep playing arcade mode because I would get to that boss and just be over. I just couldn't do anything. Also, the smaller character roster than in the sequel just kind of, I don't know, started to feel very restrictive somehow. But I do like the, you know, all 2D nature of it with the 2D backgrounds. The 2D backgrounds in this are fantastic, which is why I was bummed out that it didn't seem to be giving me... In fact, wait, did I just go to a new... Yeah, so we went to a new stage, and it stayed on the same background, so that's still doing that weird... Well, unlike Marvel Superheroes, it did not go to a different background for the second stage. I'm really just totally mashing here, not paying attention to the fight. Again, this is presumably on difficulty 8, and it's not super difficult. I mean, I'm not even paying attention to what I'm doing. I guess Captain Commando got whacked already, so that's not so great. God, I hate this. It doesn't even give you the character you're playing. Where am I? No. But you have to go through toggling this stuff. Okay. Forward 2 punches. I think I did that one accidentally. Forward 2 kicks. Uppercut punch. Okay, get off the wall. No. Do the... No. Get him, doggies. Get him again. You can't dodge with the doggies. Wow. So yeah, that was difficulty 8, just mashing junk out. So yeah, these games, this compilation, for whatever reason, the difficulty in the training mode just isn't there. Just isn't competitive, really, which is too bad. Also, the non-randomizing background situation. So let me try character select and see if I can get a different background, just to see who have I not taken. See, there are so few characters. I'm running out of characters I haven't picked in my previous session. Well, I could do Mega Man and... Oh, where'd she go? Where'd she go? Oh, it won't let me take roll now because... Wait. There she goes. That's weird. Okay. I don't actually like picking roll because her sprite is hideous. So no, it didn't. I mean, it might have been randomly giving me the same background. Anyway, the background situation is unfortunate for training. But so you can play full matches. It's just that the AI difficulty is really not very high, even when set to the maximum. And you're not getting a whole lot of background variety, which is the real shame. Oh my gosh. I mean, look at that. Horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. Cat, kill it. Oh. Well, that was satisfying. Well, that's difficulty 8. So yeah, these compilations, unfortunately, not quite as doable in training mode as Darkstalker's Resurrection and Third Strike. But I think also the nature of these games, I mean, doable in terms of just playing training mode as a way to play the game with the settings set on calm. Strangely, because you can actually play full matches, which you can't in Darkstalker's Resurrection or Third Strike, but those other games, Darkstalkers and Third Strike, just feel more like games, at least for me. It's very personal, I recognize. Very games that I can just sit in and groove out in, so it doesn't... I don't want... Well, in Resurrection, I really don't want knockouts in training because there's a red flashing screen effect that happens on a knockout in most Darkstalkers games, which is why I started playing training mode in that in the first place. But yeah, these versus games just don't really feel like, you know, kind of zone out groove games to me. Like they're so punchy. But it's cool you can play full matches here. But unfortunately, the difficulty is not just doesn't go high enough for some reason. So anyway, I just wanted to see what I could do in the training modes here, as far as would they be a way to play these games, an alternate way to play these games, and not for me, not really. I mean, you can't get rid of the gems in the training mode in Marvel Superheroes, so I've still got the flashing power gem problem there. And also that game is really not... That is such a big, punchy one-on-one game that it's not like I can't really picture just playing over and over the big rock'em sock'em there against the same opponent. I mean, you can go and repick characters, but that's kind of becomes a chore. And also that difficulty wasn't high enough either. So, oh well, thought I would at least document what goes on in these. Was there anything else in the options? It is just weird how it doesn't have difficulty setting here. That's too bad. Not that it really matters, I guess, because doesn't go high enough. Oh well. Anyway, that's all I got here, I guess. So this compilation, of course, did get delisted because Marvel, I don't know, whatever. So you can't buy it anymore anyway. So whatever. That's too bad. You can still buy the Darkstalkers Resurrection and Third Strike compilations, and those are excellent. It's still the best console version of Third Strike. It's got super low input delay. As far as I've heard, it's arcade accurate input delay of 2 frames for Third Strike, and probably the same for the Darkstalkers Resurrection. So just super good ports, and I will be playing more of those and grooving out in their training modes, but not Marvel vs. Capcom Origins. So anyway, this is it for Origins. Thanks, Origins. Thanks, Iron Galaxy. You did some good work, some weird decisions in this one, perhaps, and the difficulty setting is an odd quirk in this one. But anyhow, thanks for watching this, and I'll be playing, well, I think the next thing I'll be playing is on PS3. It's going to be Virtua Fighter 5 Quest Mode with Jackie Bryant. I will be back with some actual Versus Series play later this week, specifically, well, tomorrow, and the next day I'll be playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on PS3, the delisted widescreen version, and then on Thursday I'll be playing Capcom vs. SNK Pro on Dreamcast. So more Versus Series actual kind of play coming up, not just training mode stuff. So anyway, that's it. Thanks. Bye bye.